Mike here, welcome back to Grampie's workshop. We're out in the shop working on the Shopmade Fuel Dolly again today. And we're working now, we got the base built, we're working our way up, so let's get at her. So we're cobbling together this dolly from whatever we can find around the shop here, right? And what I found was these handlebars, or this handle that came off a push mower. I think it was the same push mower that these wheels come off, because the holes in the end of these arms slipped right over the axle. So that's good. I can secure those. I did secure these arms to the axle, and I've already done that, as you can see. And I didn't video that because I was out here this morning just working on that one. I had a spare minute, didn't take the camera with me. So yeah, so now what I'm up to is I have to come up with some way to support these handles. So I'm going to try put some of this flat bar that I used for the skis at the ends of those pieces that I had. I'm going to try and cut these to use as braces on the side to hold the handle. So I'm just going to round the ends just to make them look pretty. So just put a little round on them at the end there, make them look nice. I'm going to drill probably 2 holes on one end, 1 hole on the other. This side will go on the handle. Down at the end here where the 2 holes are, that'll secure to the perimeter 1x that I have around the base. So I cut these flat bar pieces and I painted them again. So I'm getting ready to install those now. So I just want to show you how I'm going to try and line up the handle. Now, because of the space limitations I have in the bike shed where I want to store the fuel dolly, I don't want it to have like a big footprint. So I'd like to keep the handles kind of vertical, but leaning back, but no further back than, say, the back sides of the wheels here. So I set it back on the bench, push the wheels against the wall, so now I can lean my handle against the wall, so I know that they're in the same plane. And now I'm just going to take a straight edge here and mark where the edge of the handle is, so that I can locate that. Because what I'm going to do now is take one of the wheels off and to locate my bracket, because my bracket's going to go on here and bolt on the handle somehow, like that. I hope. Let's try it. Alright, I kind of repositioned things here, and I've got my handles lined up about where I want them to go, just about something like that, according to the marks I made on the piece here. So that should be good. Now, these brackets, there's already a hole on one side of the arm, so I thought if I put the bracket up there, it might work, but I think that's too steep. So I want to change the angle of it somewhat, even something like that, maybe. Something like that. But I have 2 holes down here, and I don't want these holes to end up cutting into the aspenite of the deck. So I set my scale here at 2 inches. Just put a mark along here. And then I'll set it at 1 1/4 inches or 1 1/8 inches maybe, just to make sure. And put a mark along here. So I don't want my holes to end up inside that space there. So, and I don't want them so low that it's going to put a lot of strain. I think about maybe about, say, halfway between the axle and this bracket, so in around here somewhere. And that should go in there. So that hole will be below the deck, this hole will be above the deck. So let me just mark that. Okay, so I drilled this hole up here, but before I drilled the second one, I wanted to locate where the bracket was going to be on the handles so that I could get this lined up. So I'm ready to drill this hole, but it's right in line with where the ski is. So I'm going to have to move the bracket back some, but that's not going to be a problem. I'll just have 1 extra hole up here. So I'm going to reposition this, move the bracket back so it's clear of the ski, and then we'll drill some more holes. Okay, so I clamped the bracket on again, the handle. There's 2 bolts behind here that hold the ski in place, so this hole is lined up now to come between them, and then this hole should be okay at the top. And this hole is below that mark, and this hole is above that mark, so that should be good right there. So let me just drill that hole, put my bolt in. Alright, so now we just confirm that this is in the center of the handle. Now I should be able to drill this hole down here. And put this bolt in there. Okay, so now the next order of business is I need to drill a hole through this round piece of pipe. Now that's going to be tricky. So I repositioned here, as you can see. I put a paint marker here where the hole is supposed to line up. So now what I have to do is see if I can put a center punch in there in the middle of the rail of the handle. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, so I'm going to drill a pilot hole with a small drill. Try to keep things straight and true. Alright, now we're going to switch over to a 1/4 inch bit. Put a flat washer on there. Alright, the handle's kind of high, I have to say that. Higher than I would have liked. Maybe down here would have been better. But anyways, it should be good. What I'm afraid of the handle being this high is when I go to, if I'm going to haul it, I'm going to tip the cart up quite high, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, these handles are a little too high. I wonder if I took this off, what would happen? Just bear with me for a sec. This is what happens, when you're designing on the fly. I may have to come up with a different idea for a handle here. If I were to take this part of it off, yeah, see, that handle's too low. Okay. Every solution has a problem, right? Well, for now anyway, we're going to keep going. I'm going to put the other bracket on the side there because we definitely need to have some kind of a handle on here. And whether it's this or a modification of this, I'm not just quite sure. But anyway, we'll put the other bracket on. So I got the other bracket put on. So the handle's good and solid, that's for sure. No two ways about that. And I've got a kind of a 3/4 full gas can and a full can diesel can. So that's how heavy it's going to be. One thing I'm noticing right now is because the handle's so high and so straight up and down, when I go to lean it back, it rolls towards me. So I have to put my foot on the back to get it to tip, and then to pull it down here where it's a comfortable pulling height, the cans tip over. So there's a side view of it, and you see the cans are tipped back pretty far. And I have to put my foot here to stop it each time. I'm not very fond of putting my foot here, but I can live with that. As far as the cans tipping back, see how they tip back like that? What I can do is I can put a back panel in here to prevent that from happening. So that's not a big deal. And one of the design requirements I had for this project was no spillage, minimal. 0 spillage is my goal. Minimal would be ideal. And I'm afraid if I have to tip them back this far, if the cans are full, like right now, it's hard to see it, but I can see the shadow in this diesel can. It's right up to here now. So, and I only put, although these are 20-liter cans, I only put 18 liters in them because when I'm traveling home in the car, it's bouncing around on the carrier on the back, and it'll leak out around the nozzles in the vent hole. So I only put 18 liters in it, but even that, you know, it's getting pretty near to come out the vent cap here. So I'm running into an issue with possible spillage. If the handle was lower, that means, you know, I'd only have to bring it back maybe this far to make it comfortable to pull or push or whatever I'm going to do with it. That would be better for sure. So a couple of things I have to think about now is, can I shorten this handle? And maybe I have to put a backer plate in here, and maybe also some sort of strap. I can put a ratchet strap on it just to tie those in there, because if I'm going down, say, to the front of by the lake or something, going over rough terrain, it's going to be rocky, bumpy, it's going to be bouncing around. So it might be a good idea just to put a ratchet strap on here just to be safe, right? So I'm still struggling with my handle being too tall. I don't like that. It's just not going to work for me. So I'm trying to come up with an alternative. And I looked around to see if I had other kind of handles that I could use. Couldn't find anything. I was thinking, instead of anchoring the main handle on the axle, I could anchor it out where the brace is anchored, and then put the brace down to where the axle is, but then the handle would be sloped back too far. And that makes the footprint too big for storing in the bike shed. So, you know, there's lots of different opportunities ahead. I even thought of maybe, I don't know, trying to bend this upper handle, bend it back so it would come up and bend back, or cut some out of it. If I do that, well, bending this pipe, because of all the holes in it, it'll probably kink. And if I were to cut it and shorten it, then try to re-weld it, I can't weld very well, and it would be a weak spot, and it just didn't, none of those really floated my boat. So what I come up with was, I took the bolts out of here. I'm going to take the handle, because they already have holes mounted down here. I was thinking if I could put those right down and make them line up with the center of this brace. I'll just put a clamp on there to hold it. For now, I can bolt them through the handle into that brace. I may as well put a clamp on this side too. So yeah, I could bolt this top part of the handle right into that base, and that's a much nicer height. I like that height right there. That's just about ideal, I think. So then, you know, it's got then all this support here when you go to lift back on it to try to move the dolly. So I think it's well supported, no issues that way. However, you know, there's nothing to keep it from moving forward, and I don't want it to move forward. I'd like, you know, ideally just weld that, right? If I could weld, I'd be on that like cat. No, never mind. But anyways, I come up with this idea. I'm just going to put gear clamp on here. Now this is kind of rinky-dink, that's for sure, but I think it might work. Put a gear clamp on here. Move it up a little bit. Tighten that up. Now that makes that good and secure. But now, yeah, that's good and solid, eh? So I'm going to drill through here. Okay, and then I just put my carriage bolt through there. With this gear clamp up here and that on there, I think that's going to make a good solid connection. So that handle, that gave me some grief on the dolly. I thought it was going to be, no, this is not going to work out because it was just too high, right? But anyway, the way I lowered it there, it's good and solid now, and it's a nicer height. The dolly doesn't tip near as much to get it to wheel, and even when you're pulling it, it doesn't tip that much. So I think that's a better height, and like I say, it's good and solid. So anyways, I think that's going to work out good, and we'll see. You know, this is a cliffhanger series, yeah, and I'm going to be putting a shelf on the dolly in the next episode. But, you know, that's not really the exciting part of the next episode. I've got something that I'd like to add to that shelf that I think is going to make this a nicer unit. So stay tuned for that exciting development in this cliffhanger series. And don't forget, thumbs up me. And if you have some time, leave me some comments. I'd appreciate that. And I hope you all have a great week wherever you are. We'll talk to you soon.